So today I'll be talking about Kier Starmar, the new Prime Minister of the UK, and his 100 days plan or promises he made for this country. If you have no idea what's going on in the UK, we have new Prime Minister Kier Starmar. He had a landslide victory over Brits Sunak because I think British people were fed up with Brits Sunak and the Conservative Party. Hi there, my name is Dr. Bafo. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for watching my videos. So now we have a Labour Party. I'm just going to share with you some of his manifesto that he's going to fulfill in the next 100 days. If you have no idea, you'll be able to get an idea what he's going to do, and you also will be very alert in the next 100 days what he's going to achieve and what are his policies that is going to help you as an individual and the whole country. So without wasting much time, let's dive into it. During his campaign, and he did mention about the things that he is going to do. Number one on his list was that he was going to strip off the Rwanda policy where illegal immigrants were sent to Rwanda. So there was a policy in place by the previous government, which is Sunak, where illegal immigrants were sent back to Rwanda for settlement. So there were a large sum of money paid to the Rwanda government so that they will be able to accommodate and take immigrants from the UK. This policy was very head-on. It went through a lot of processes. People were not happy with that, but yet it went through, and so people were worried. This new government plan is to strip off this policy because it costs a lot of money, and I think it's not the right pathway according to the new government. The first thing that he's going to do is to strip this policy off. His plan is to use the money that was invested in to help fix the immigration issue. So I think it's a good thing to do if they are surely going to make changes to the immigration policies in this country. Well, it's really good, but let's see how it goes with that. So he's going to cancel everything that Brits Sunak set up for this Rwanda policy. Number two that he's going to do is, if you are someone who is getting inheritance, who is getting properties from family, who is getting money from family in a supposedly inheritance money or inheritance property, they're going to be taxed, because this government is going to take money from you when you get inheritance. When you get money from your family and friends, you're going to be taxed, and you're going to pay tax on every property that you inherit. So we call it a non-dom tax loopholes. That's what he's going to do. It's going to be closed, so you're going to be paying tax. Another thing we're going to do is a free primary breakfast. So this is where they are going to provide breakfast for primary school students who are not able to get enough money to buy food, or you are not able to get food in the morning, and this is going to help them focus on their education. So I think it's a really good policy that the government is putting in place, and I really agree with that, and I think it's going to be very helpful for parents and for children as a whole. The next thing this government is going to do is work on the energy bills. So he's going to make sure that we invest a large sum of money in our electricity and gas, so that we will pay less bills when it comes to electricity and gas. So I think it's a good thing that is happening, because a lot of people are paying a huge sum of money for their bills. And so this policy is really good, and I think that it's going to really help people to survive and be able to pay their bills without having to worry about what will happen to them if they spend money on other things. So I think it's a good thing in the next 100 days that this government has put in place. I agree to the fact that there should be a minimum payment when it comes to electricity and gas, because it's taking a lot of money from people in this country. One of the things that he's going to do in the next 100 days to grow the economy. I think the economy is in shambles. The interest rate is still not low. So this government has promised to do things that will help the economy grow. One of the things he's also going to do is to make sure that more NHS appointment is put in place. So he's going to fix the NHS issues, the broken NHS. He's going to make sure that 40,000 new appointment every week is going to put in place for patients and for people who are in need of doctors to make sure that they see doctors at the right time. So he's going to make sure that patients see doctors physically, not virtual anymore. He's going to improve on that. He's going to put more doctors in place. And I think it's a good initiative, and I applaud him for that. If he's able to achieve that, I think it's a good thing, because NHS is broken. Get an appointment, you need to go through hectic, competitive period before you have to wake up early, make calls before you can be able to get in line to speak to someone. It's really challenging. So if this government is going to do something about it, I think and I believe it's a good thing, and I applaud him for making that happen. So let's see what happens in the next 100 days. If he's going to be able to do that, that will be a positive thing for his government, and I hope he's able to achieve that. The thing that I really don't agree with, the tax on private schools. So if you're a parent and you're sending your child to a private school, be prepared to pay additional tax, which is really ridiculous. I don't see the need for that. If you don't want our children to go to private school, I think you need to fix the government schools. There are so many loopholes. There are so many negativity flowing within these government schools. I don't see the need to tax on parents who want to send their children to private school, because it's really unfair. If I want to send my child to a private school, I don't see the need for me to pay tax. Why do I have to? If I'm paying tax and everything, why do I have to pay tax on sending my child to a private school? So I think it's a ridiculous policy, and I don't think it's really going to be any help in doing that. So these are his 100 days of things he's going to change. Hopefully he's going to be able to do some of the things that he has promised to do, and hopefully things are going to be turned around and we are going to enjoy our lives in the coming months and years to come. So this is what I'm sharing with you. I just want you to be alert and be vigilant and know what's going to happen in the next 100 days, and make sure that these government promises are in place to help the country. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking. I'll see you again, and take care for now. Bye.